Let's get this figured out. This road gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, fellas, y'all know I'm still on the Xbox beta. Still can't get a PS5 beta code to save my life, but it's all good. We're gonna run it with what we have. All right, so after a few more days on this thing, you know, I've come up with a few things, and you know, a few things we're going to discuss here. And the thing I think that we really have to understand, fellas, is there's no money in the cure. And so when I say that, that means we have to take this beta and we have to take like all this new stuff with a grain of salt, because ultimately we are still going to be a slave to the momentum and the momentum meter, and you know, all the stuff that works sometimes, that doesn't work sometimes. And so I think when there's doubt will always make you kind of question yourself first, as opposed to, you know, what's actually happening here. Is you see that crazy lead right there. This is 22, by the way, you know. And so we're going to get into a little bit of the passing thing, because I think this is really interesting. So just listen to this. These are the definitions for placement. Placement enables control over the placement pass within the target area and finer control over the pass strength. So that's just the placement setting for passing type. All right, so now placement and accuracy. This is where it gets interesting to me. Placement and accuracy enables control over the placement of the pass within the target area and finer control over the pass strength and accuracy. Maybe it's just me, but when I think placement, I kind of think accuracy. So to me, that's just a lot of jargon, you know, definition stuff that they put there. But when you actually play the game, I think that the thing that we're going to have to realize is that pass strength, meaning, here's what pass strength actually means. Pass strength to us is actually how long we hold the button of the icon of the receiver that we're throwing to, or how long we hold the lead, so to speak. Now, you can have pass strength or velocity with a lob pass, meaning how you hit the button initially is going to determine, you know, the type of pass it is. So meaning if you hit it hard, or it's a hard press of the button and a hard hold of the button, it's going to be more of a direct line bullet pass. But you can actually lightly hold the button and you can actually throw a bullet pass that looks like a lob. You've heard me say this before in the past. It's, I call it like you can throw a low lob or a high bullet pass. And despite everything, they're all going to have touch. So now, one thing I did notice with the passing, actually, it's the free form of the reticle speed. You can cut that all the way down, and you're still not gonna see the whole little. If you can see that, man, you're on a whole different level. If you can see that streamline thing and all that stuff. Maybe I'm old, because I can't see all that stuff that fast. But however, it does have a usage. So as you see here, as you look at the bottom of the screen, you see that says bullet pass. But you saw that obviously was a lob. Now, again, this is 22, all right? You can't do this stuff here, supposedly. This is on classic. So you have to understand that your consistency is kind of like the 2K game, you know, when we used to have to use the buttons to actually shoot. There was no shot stick. So it's like you have to really be in tune with where you are on the field and where you're trying to get the ball to. Now, also with the freeform reticle, whatever, however you say that, the max distance. One thing I've noticed is that for me, I can cut it off because of the way I throw the ball. Some people may want to have it far. Some people may want to have it near. But the thing is, when you throw the ball, you're going to have to be consistent with how you hold your leads. And it's more so when they say placement, a lot of us think placement as horizontal placement, meaning outside, inside, where we're trying to actually put the ball to an exact spot. And that is true to a certain degree. But in Madden, that's a tricky situation because you're trying to get the ball over people. Any issues I've had throwing the ball on the new beta have not come from actual, where I'm throwing it in terms of, did I throw it far enough to the right or far enough to the left? It's the trying to get the ball over defenders and under defenders that's going to be the issue. So like on a pass like this, my opponent could have actually just threw the ball with a holding the lead and pushing the stick in that direction and holding the stick in that direction. That is the key to holding the lead. So as you lead the pass, you're going to have to also incorporate holding the stick in that direction, not just holding the button. So it's going to be like a twofold kind of thing. So you guys we're going to have to really get in tune with a lot of this stuff in terms of trying to get the ball over defenders and underneath another defender. One thing I have noticed, again, like I said, this is the beta, so I have to take that with a grain of salt. But I can't say enough about, like I said, there's no cure. There is no money in the cure. So you have to understand that, microtransactions and all that stuff, it's a big business. And so, us poor CFM guys or guys who don't exactly participate, in the mutt, we're not going to reap the benefits of really individualizing or our individual players, because they're going to react sometimes like they're supposed to, and then sometimes they're just going to do whatever it is that they want to do, according to whatever the momentum is or whatever's happening with the game at that particular point in time. So your consistency will come in your mechanics and your ability to offset, the obvious, swings of momentum and things that are going to happen that aren't totally realistic with the game. So, but don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting here just poo-pooing on the game and saying that the game is bad, because I see some really, really good things that they have improved on. I do like, the new idea with the passing, because if we actually did allow user control to actually be the dominant play here, then it would be a situation where, skill-based passing would actually make a huge difference between, this guy A and guy B. There would be a tremendous difference, because there's obviously going to be a skill gap according to what they know and how they perform. But at the same time, it's almost like the momentum is like an offset, so to speak. And so I just think that when we get into this game, and once we get this game and we start to break this game down, of course, you're going to have the guys who try to find the magic money routes and the one-play touchdowns and all that stuff. And some of that stuff does still work on this game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I haven't discovered certain things that are just super interesting on this game. I think I repeated a clip here too. But anyway, and so, but the key to this, again, the key is for us to maintain our discipline. For those of you who have been here, I would suggest very seriously you go back and look at some of those Madden 20 videos. I've said that before, but I'm telling you right now, if you go back and look at some of my Madden 20, goodness gracious, he covered a lot of ground on that defensive playmaker. If you go back and cover some of those Madden 20 videos, especially the ones where I was speaking about the modifier and the left trigger and that kind of stuff, you will learn a lot about 23, even if you haven't played the beta. It'll start to get you, get your fingers and get you prepared. And actually, a lot of this stuff, since I've had the beta, I'm still playing franchise in 22. So I'm using a lot of this stuff in 22, and it's actually, it works in 22. Go figure. But it's the new car smell. So, we got to do what we got to do. So the thing that I want you guys to do is to make sure that you are right now, get used to using L2 as a part of your pocket presence. That's like the one major tip I can give you guys. Use L2 to get your feet set. Use L2 at the snap of the ball. Passing wise, I'm not talking about running, because I have a whole nother vibe on the running game, and that'll be for like my website guys and the guys that get the virtuals and all that stuff. A lot of this in-depth stuff that I'm discovering and putting down now, of course I'm saving it. I have a business to run. So, but the key again is how you hold the lead, how long you hold that button, not how you press it. You're going to have to press it. A lot of us are just bullet passers by nature. Bullet, 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 as you see right here. Sometimes you gotta drop that change up in there. If you got the guy in the 0-2 count, drop the change up in there. He might be a fastball hitter. I know I'm referring to baseball, but don't worry about that. If you don't know what that means, yeah, you watch some sports. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so as you see right here, my opponent is able to, he's right there. That should be a pick by all intents and purposes, but because of the trajectory of the ball. That's another video from way back when. You guys need to go back and look at those videos about trajectory, especially you guys who are on my website who got the virtual that was talking about that. Go back and look at that video about the regions of the stick. That is going to be key in 23. Anyway, man, it's your boy Coach DC404. I am out.